The miles hiked to Foxton were greater than I anticipated, and after getting a late start I arrived well after dark. Shivering from the cold and an empty stomach, I made a quick work of lighting a fire and boiling water for supper. I quickly set up camp and prepared for a cold night. Filming had to wait. Getting warm was my priority, and I knew tomorrow would allow more camera time on the trail.
Morning, guys. It's Sunday, March 7th. Super cold. It's about right at 7 a.m. Been up since about 6:15. About 26 degrees right now. Stayed pretty warm all night until about 6 and just got so stinking cold and started shivering. So I'm using a 20-degree hammock gear over quilt and my Nemo tensor sleeping pad. Kept me pretty warm all night. I can't really complain. Did do a lot of filming last evening because I was pushing, trying to get to camp. It ended up being about 1.5 miles farther than I thought it was going to be to get here. Compared to what All Trails said, it was like 13.8. It ended up being just a little over 15. So I'll post the stats on here for you guys to see. But so I'm just sitting here eating some granola and getting some electronics charged up and things like that. Get camp packed up. I'm looking to do about a 20-mile day today to get down to Yellowwood Lake. Not really sure at this point what the actual mileage is going to be with the difference from yesterday. So we will see how that goes. Stay tuned.
Alright guys, so made it through night 1 at the Foxton shelter. Really cold last night. I got into camp late, a lot later than I had anticipated. Did about 1.5 hours of night hiking. Got into camp and made a fire real quick just to get myself warmed up. It was in the high 30s when I got here. And then got some dinner made. Got camp set up real quick and just wanted to get warmed up in my shelter. So I didn't do a lot of talking last night or filming, but time was kind of the essence. I got a lot more time today. It's about 7:30 and I'm about to hit the trail. Goal today is about 20 miles to Yellowwood Lake. So let's have a great day. So I passed one of these young forest habitat demonstration areas last night after dark, and I'd hoped to be able to show you guys on video because I've been through there before last year, and it's a really neat thing that the Indiana DNR is putting forth, trying to conserve the 4% of natural forest land that we have left in Indiana, and trying to reintroduce wild habitat and to the wildlife here, the birds, the bobcats, the turtles, all the species here that are native to Indiana, and try to give them their space back. I found the two so far on the trail are on old logging areas where they're planting new trees and trying to give back to the forest. So just a really cool thing. Keep an eye out for. I've read that there are several large boulders found in the treetops within Yellowwood Forest. No one knows exactly how they got there, and I'd be keeping a lookout for them to make my own theories. John Muir once wrote that in every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. These words would ring deep within me as I take the time to escape the everyday mundane and seek to discover a renewal of mind and soul. What better escape than nature? What better teacher of peace than the leaves softly blowing in the gentle breeze? This adventure would prove far more to myself than I could ask. It would prove physical determination, patience in meeting the end goal, the ability to get quiet and listen to that still small voice, and the forest that will provide if you're willing to learn its lessons. Look at this place. Okay, so after a long, I think it's about a mile hike up Indian Hill. That climb reminded me a lot of being in Tennessee, hiking up to Mount Cameron, but at any rate, I made it up to Indian Hill Shelter, and this place is really, really nice. I think it's around 19, I think mile 19 or so on the trail. I'll tell you what, this would be an awesome place to camp. Not only do you have a nice shelter with doors, but there's a nice fire ring with big stones to sit on. There's multiple fire pits here, lots of places to camp. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Turned out to be a beautiful day. So. Not sure if this tree is how I'm supposed to get across. Well, there's markers on the other side. But I think I'm going to do a creek crossing instead. A tree stand over there. I don't think this is private property. It's kind of interesting. There's the flag. There's a sign up there. Let's go check it out. Guess it is private property. Okay.
Alone in my apartment, I should have seen the warning sign. Money don't come easy.
I think it's really important to stop and really explain what I'm doing this trip for. It's not just to do a vlog video of hiking the Tecumseh Trail. This is so much more for me. It's not just hiking a trail, spending a few days out in the wilderness, but this is kind of a, I don't want to call it a soul-searching trip, but just to kind of get back in touch with who I am. Since mid to late 2020, I've kind of lost control of who I am. I've become a man, a daddy, a husband, a generalized person that I'm not proud to be, and I don't recognize the man that's looking at me in the mirror anymore. And so it was really important for me to take the time to get away and get back in tune and in touch with who I am. And the outdoors has a lot to do with the person that I am. So I thought, what better way but to get away from everything else, all the distractions from the outside world, get away from other people. I've barely seen a single soul on this trail other than myself, so it's been really nice to pretty much have the trail to myself, but to get away and to do some soul searching, spend some time with God, spend some time in the place that I love more than any other place, out in the wilderness, in the woods. That's my heaven. So this trip isn't just about a vlog. It's about reconnecting with who I am and the man that I've lost over the last 6 months to a year. So anyway, I just wanted to explain to you guys why there's not a whole lot of content on the trail. Number one, there's not a lot of picturesque stop and take in the sights on this trail. It's more of just accomplishment of doing 41, 42 miles It's not that kind of video. So anyway, I wanted to kind of explain that and what this is all about. So I really appreciate you guys giving me the time and following along. It means the world. And if there's anything I can do to help anybody else change that's going through similar things, there's nothing more I'd rather do. So God bless you guys. I appreciate it. So a quick tour of the sleeping system I'm using before it gets too dark out. I am using Trish&I's Marmot Super Alloy 2-person ultralight tent. So far this thing's been really great. We used it on our trip out west last September, and it worked out great for us, and I'm using it now. It's got, I like it a lot because it's got these doors on both sides with our independent awnings. So I'm using the brand new Nemo tensor that Trish got me for my birthday as my sleeping pad. This thing's great. It's got 3.5 R value to it. It's got 3 inches of thickness, and I slept great on it last night. I got inflatable pillow with a cotton cover on it, which is a lot nicer and more cushiony. Is that a word, cushiony? Than my old camping pillow. I've got the hammock gear, 20-degree top quilt. Love this thing. Kept me really warm last night and got down to about 26 degrees, and it did great. So some people might think I'm a little overkill, but keep in mind that it is March and it's getting really cold tonight. So I got my cold gear thermals that I typically wear at hunting. They worked great for me last night, and my heat keeper socks, my down puffy coat, and a nice thick beanie, and my hunting gloves. So that is my sleep system for this trip. So, got any questions, let me know. Today was physically demanding day, and I greatly enjoyed the downtime by the Yellowwood Lake to reflect and meditate on how blessed I was to have this time to grow mentally and spiritually. Good morning, Yellowwood Lake.